Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Kuroko no Basket 2 Episode 5 review. Midorima equals money. Straight up. And it's just like butter. And there was one shot that he did where... No, it wasn't the return that Taco did. It was like... I forgot when they did it, but it was literally like Midorima, and then he gets the ball, and then all of a sudden, like the moment he touches the ball, it's like the screen flashes blue, and I was like, oh shit, it's Midorima. And then this dude, he like sucks it, no homo, sucks it, and he just shoots at the same time. It was beautiful, yeah, and like he just lets go, and it's like majestic, man. It's awesome, dude. And he just rains those threes down, like all day, every day. But the main thing in this episode wasn't even like Kagami. It wasn't even Kuroko, because Kuroko he was on the bench. I mean, granted, that's one thing in the episode that I noticed. Since the jump street in the episode, they were hyping up Kuroko's new drive. And they're making it seem as if Kuroko's new drive is the only possible way for them to actually beat Shutoku. Because Shutoku have studied this team so well, and they're double teaming Midorima, Kiyoshi, and Kagami. But they have no legitimate counter against Midorima, because now not only is he actually shooting the ball as normally, but also he has increased his endurance and he's passing. And that's the key thing, he's passing the ball. The reason why they were able to actually beat Shutoku the first time over was because Midorima wouldn't pass the ball. The moment he touched the ball, it was all him. It was the Midorima shot. And he was ready to, money, all day, every day. But, in this case, he lost for the first time ever. And he realized, you know what? I need to change. And the eerie feeling that Kuroko had before, the changes that people have noticed in Midorima are positive changes. Well, in Seiren's favor, not really, no. Because it's more difficult now, but in Shutoku's favor, yeah, absolutely. Because now he's actually a unit. He's actually a part of the unit. He's actually passing the ball. And he's very similar now to Kiyoshi. Where Kiyoshi, he has that right of postponement where he can, he has the ball in his hand, he can go like this, he'd be like, nah, screw that, pass behind you, pass over there, and do that, and do all that kind of stuff in midair. Because he has those large hands. In the case of Midorima, he has that ridiculous hang time, and for the longer shots, it takes him longer to actually, do the whole motion. But the thing about that is that now he has the options of either passing the ball or shooting the ball. So now he has multiple options going on here. So, and that makes him a massive threat now. Like, I mean, he's already a massive threat, but now he's even more of a threat. And we see them do this, like, a few times. There's one time where it was actually very cool, because he does that again, and he passes the ball to Takao. Takao, he's running in. It's like a 4-on-3 situation, and then he's like, nah. And then he passes the ball back to Midorima. He does like a thing between the legs, and he's like, don't miss. He's like, shut up, fool. Bam. Money. And it was money for days with this guy. He missed like once the entire time. And that's because Kagami, he was able to actually do like they call it a super jump. And because he has like insane bungees anyway. And he actually was able to touch the ball, skim it by the tip of his finger. So, and even by the tip of the finger, he was able to actually change the trajectory of the shot. So, and Kuroko was pretty nice there because he actually passed the ball right then and there. But the main thing is just Midorima and his change, and how his change has affected the outcome of the entire game, and how we see Shutoku as like a full-blown unit now. Everyone's in sync, not just the 4 players aside from Midorima, but Midorima as well is in sync with the team. That is the main function. That is the main focus of the episode, right there, and that's it pretty much. There's a thing seen here where it's like we have Kiyoshi, and he's talking about what they should do now. They don't know exactly, but he's like, you know what, Kuroko, bench. He's bench because Takao is there, and unlike last time, he's straight up Hawkeye. He's literally Hawkeye Kuroko, and he's not letting him have a sight. There's only one time when he was in where he let him have a sight, and that was when Kuroko had faith that Kagami would actually touch the ball when Midorima was shooting. So they take out Kuroko. They put in, of course. I don't want to spoil it, but fuck right. They put in Mitobe. All right, the silent man, the silent big man, and what they do is that apparently they go back. We actually find out something very cool about Seirin in this episode, where apparently they have a run and gun style. Okay, and they pass the ball at a very fast pace. With the return of Kyoshi, they do that, and they're much faster. And the thing about that is that because they have no legitimate means of actually stopping Midorima, they decide to outscore Shutoku. So instead of focusing on poor defense, they're going to focus on outstanding offense, which is actually a good counter because Midorima, he's going to rain the shots, and if he doesn't rain the shots, he's going to pass the ball. So, or do a fake. So he has three options. He has either a fake, a shot, or a pass, and he's in those two add-on options are devastating. So the thing about that is, of course, they're going to score the points, probably because they can't stop Midorima even with the double team. However, their counter is going to be, well, okay, fine, so you guys score, we're going to score more. And they do this with their run and gun style. However, they've been studying Seirin for a period of time. And even though the run and gun style is effective at first, they wind up getting back into the rhythm, Shutoku, and they wind up taking the lead. So in this case, it's the top of the half, and now Shutoku have taken the lead. So that's pretty much it, the episode. So yeah, it's actually very simple, to be honest. But here's the main thing. Number one is that they're now the hope that they have in order to get back in this game, to win the game, is to rely on Kuroko's new drive, Kuroko's new ability. Number two, Midorima, he has now two add-on options to his playstyle. Number one, the fake. Well, if he already had the fake last game. He did at the end. But number two is now the passing, and he's now more of a unit. He's now a part of the unit now. Like, he's melded in. Even though he's still weird, quote-unquote, even though quote-unquote has no friends, they love the guy. That's number two. Number three is that this change that they had, this change that they saw from Midorima is because of Kuroko. You know, Kuroko, again, he gave them their first loss. Kisei changed, Midorima changed. So the way it seems, as if, like, every Generation of Miracle member that loses a game, specifically to probably Kuroko and his boy, Seirin, are going to have this epiphany. They're going to have this change in their character, in their playstyle, in their demeanor, everything. Well, no, not everything, but, like, the way they see the game. The way they see basketball. And because of that, Midorima, he's not able to actually pass the ball and be part of the unit, so that's good. And aside from that, I mean, that's pretty much it. So I'll leave it at that. I mean, if I forgot anything, then I apologize, but that's pretty much it right there. So that being said, when it came to the pacing was good, as normal. It was just all about the game. There were a few scenes here where we saw Momo, and she actually comes in there. We don't see Aomine, but we see Momo, and Momo is actually watching the game along with Kisei. We see the crowd's actually very excited. Like, the crowd, they're like, yeah, like, oh, because like one guy, he was like, oh my god, it's already over. Fuck, I can't wait for the second half. And the game is going very fast paced because, you know, they need to keep their eyes on Midorima, because Midorima, he's their key player, Shutoku. And animation was overall good. There was one, again, particular scene where I liked a lot, where it was like he got the ball, the screen flashes blue, and then Kai was like, oh shit, Midorima, no. He for a split second, wasn't aware, let down his guard. And it was, I remember the scene. It was Izumi shoots like a shot, a two-pointer, misses it. Otsuba gets the rebound over Kiyoshi. He turns in mid, he's like, yeah. And he passes the ball to Midorima. Midorima, he's already 3-point stance. The screen flashes blue. And then Midorima, straight up money, man. That was beautiful, man. You got listen, man. The 3-pointers, dunks are cool. Don't get me wrong. Dunks are cool. I like dunks. Layups are depending on if you're like Almine and you do them like behind like the freaking the backboard. Like, yeah, okay, those are cool too. But threes just seem beautiful. Like, they seem majestic, especially when you're doing them like super long range, like Midorima. One scene where he's actually like when they have the catch up, like when Shutoku overtakes Seirin. So first of all, the initial 3 where he sucks in and bam, that was beautiful. Number 2 was when he does the catch up 3 when they finally overtake Seirin, and he shoots the 3, slow motion, of course, and you see every member of Seirin, every member of Shutoku watching the ball in the air. And you see in Kuroko's eyes, and like it's going slowly, and then we see Ayariko, she actually looks away because she's like, fuck, goddamn, and then he makes in the shot. That too is also pretty good animation. So the animation overall is actually very good animation. And when it came to overall story progression, I mean, we're still in the same game. That's the way it is. So overall, not much story progression, but that's the way Kuroko Basketball is, because they spend a lot of time on the game itself, unless there's more to be revealed. But Kuroko's new drive is on the way, because they've been hyping up like all hell. And we just see the change in Minarima. We've already known that he's been changing ever since his loss, but now we see what the end result is. And the end result is that he's more in sync with his team. That's the way it is. So, that being said, the rating for this week's episode of Kuroko no Basket 2, episode 5, is going to be a good. And I'm signing out. This is the King of Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.